With quality brand name products at affordable wholesale prices, Cash and Carry is the perfect place to shop. Whether shopping for individual, business, churches, or more, Cash and Carry is sure to meet your needs. Cash and Carry of Cookeville, 931-528-8050.
An unbelievable comeback. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Watson Brown Show, presented by IWC Cash and Carry. Alongside Tennessee Tech head coach Watson Brown, I'm your host, Buddy Pearson. Well, the Golden Eagles hosted a blackout last Saturday night against Eastern Kentucky and then gave the Colonels a knockout punch, overcoming a 21-point deficit in the fourth quarter to post one of the best comebacks in the history of Tech football. Coach, all I can say is, what a game.
What a game. I'm so proud of the kids. One thing I've said since I've been here, the one thing we don't do, buddy, is quit.
Yeah.
Our kids, we play hard every week, and it doesn't matter what the score is, and we keep doing it. And that was the persistence of the players is absolutely what won the game. And then when the worms started turning, then the momentum started toward us, and I really thought we were the fresher team in the fourth quarter.
You just had a feeling that something was happening.
Yeah, things were on their way back, and so it's a great win for us.
Well, you know, to come off that disappointing loss against Martin, you had some extra time there. You got ready for Eastern Kentucky. They come rolling in. They're 6-0. They're undefeated. They're ranked 12th in the nation, and then you're down 21. But it didn't feel like you were down 21.
No,
it felt like you were in the game the whole time.
It was an interesting 21. We controlled the third quarter completely.
Yeah.
And we give up 14 points.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
There's a 14-point swing in the third quarter, and yet we dominate the quarter. But I think keeping the ball that whole quarter wore them down. And when we got that first score, and we got it quickly right after they went up 21, so it really wasn't 21 very long.
Yeah.
And at that point, it was on, and we just kept making plays. The great thing to me was players that I've been waiting on to start making plays.
And the Golden Eagles went toe-to-toe with the undefeated Colonels as we check out the first half highlights plus the third quarter, brought to you by Wendy's of Cookeville. And checking out the first half highlights, Coach, the defense setting the tone early on with a nice turnover.
Had a nice field blitz here that surprised them a little bit, and they didn't protect it right, and got a nice turnover. First one of 7. How about 7 turnovers in the game?
7 turnovers. How about kicking to Ladarius Van Leer? Why would you do that? Because this is what happens, a 79-yard punt return.
Oh, man, he's just been special. What a night he had.
Yeah.
I mean, everything he did, catching passes, running with the ball, returning a punt for a touchdown. It looks like those wings on the side of his helmet may just get him and just let him fly to the end zone.
He's got another gear. He was named the OVC Special Teams Player of the Week because of this little move right here, and great blocking on your returns.
You know, it's been good all year. This is the best special teams we've, in my 7 years here, this is the best special teams groups we've had. Made a lot of plays in our special teams. Our punting has been good. Our kickoff returns have been good. Now, this was not good, and this is a missed assignment where we don't take the quarterback on one of those zone reads, buddy, and 2 people went to the dive and left him free. And both of these quarterbacks can run. There's no doubt about it.
Marty Jones coming up with his first interception of the night. We'll talk more about that, but it seemed like Eastern Kentucky was having trouble throwing the football all night.
Yeah, they did not throw it well, thank goodness.
Yeah.
They didn't throw it well. They're a major run-first team and play-action pass off of the run, and we did a good job, I thought, all night long, pressuring him a little bit, making him scramble around, and then in our zones, we were in the right places, and of course, it was Marty in the right places. He got all 4 of them.
Yeah, John Arnold kicks the field goal, then Marty Jones coming back, interception number 2, and again gives the ball back to Tennessee Tech. And then,
buddy, this is a missed assignment. Our signal caller didn't. We're supposed to be in an unbalanced line. The ball's on the far hash, and we take a tackle over. We didn't call the tackle over, so it leaves a short corner. We're going to get that corrected this week. We're going to have more than one person looking to make that call instead of just leaving it on one person. But Nice play by Eastern Kentucky, but really that's on us.
Yeah, you go from attempting a field goal to having it blocked and it turning into 7 points, 10-point swing there quickly in the game. You go, you're in it at halftime. You come out third quarter, and now you're going to the fourth quarter. You're down 31-10, and everybody's, thinking, well, this game's over maybe, except those guys in the black uniforms and your coaching staff.
Well, and buddy, I think our sidelines was saying, God, what happened here? Because we really are playing these guys really good, and this score, how did it get to this?
Yeah.
But I think the getting the big score immediately, that was the big piece. If we'd have gone a drive or two before we got one quick, and we were able to turn it around immediately. The momentum switched real quick back, and then really the flood just started from there.
Well, trailing by 21 points as we head into the fourth quarter, the Golden Eagles explode for 29 unanswered points and post one of the best comebacks in the history of Tech football as we check out these fourth quarter highlights brought to you by Miller Lite. And like you said, Coach, it starts pretty quick with a nice pass. Brock McCoy, 11 catches. What a night he had, and here's his first touchdown as a Golden Eagle.
Yeah, he is just, boys, he's getting better every week. I think it's been 5 catches, then 6 catches, now 11 catches. And it's what he's doing with the ball after he catches it.
Yeah, the yards
also,
after the
buddy,
catch. He scratches and claws for every yard.
He's and 2 touchdowns the other night. Here's a big play in the game. One of these days we're going to pick one of those up and run with it. We seem to can't grab it and go, but the offense got it, took it right down the field.
Cody Matthews, what a catch.
What a play by Cody. Our playmakers are now offensively starting to make some plays.
We were calling them the M&M boys on the radio broadcast, McCoy and Matthews.
Yeah, they're doing it, and we need to come up with an M for Van Leer, and we'll have them all in there.
Another turnover right here. It looks like the Golden Eagles are going to be in great shape, and then Darian Stone bumps into his own guy and drops the football.
Yeah, it's a quarterback draw. It's what it is, and the back and he kind of ran into each other, the blocker, and he was carrying the ball with one hand. But
Tech gets it back, and look at Ladarius Van Leer.
Yeah, that's Ladarius. You give him a seam, and that's what we said going in. What a great throw and catch this is.
What a nice move.
Yeah.
McCoy with his second touchdown, and now Tennessee Tech lines up to tie it 31-31, and oop!
Then I was told that the ESPN people said it was a fake. That was no fake. We bobbled the snap, and Marty didn't catch it clean and had to pick it up, and what an athletic move he makes here.
Unlike Tony Romo against the Seahawks, he's able to actually get to the end zone. What an effort there, dives in. Tech goes up 32-31, and then hello, Ladarius Van Leer.
Yep, we hit a stretch play into the boundary, and that was the goal this week. We said every time he touched the ball here early in the year, it seemed like something good happened. And there's the third piece of the M&M boys there, the Marty
Jones, and that's his third interception. And guess what, folks? His 4th interception of the night. He has the 2-point conversion. What an awesome night for Marty Jones as Awesome Eagle waves the flag. Tech with the comeback. The fireworks go off, and there you see it, 39-31. The Golden Eagles up in the Colonels in their perfect season. And I tell you what, puts a shimmer through those standings in the Ohio Valley Conference.
And it probably didn't help. The league probably wasn't real fond of that game.
Yeah.
Because I think they had 2 of them hovering right around that top 10. Of course, we go play the other one this week.
Yeah.
The one that's in the top 10. But just a great night for us, and we don't want to go play it again. We'll take what we got. But at the same time, I thought that the score was closer throughout the game than the score was.
Exactly.
And I was really proud. This is the first time I've been at Tech where I thought in the fourth quarter, even when we beat them up in Richmond 2 years ago, or the last 2 times ago that we went up there, didn't feel like we just dominated them. I thought we dominated the game in the fourth quarter.
Yep. Ladarius Van Leer, Special Teams Player of the Week. Darian Stone, who threw 3 touchdown passes in the fourth quarter, Offensive Player of the Week. Marty Jones, not only is he the OVC Player of the Week, but he's the National Player of the Week. Coach, it's great to see your team get a win, but it's also great to see these guys get these individual accolades.
Well, and you get them when you win.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how good you play. I tell the kids that all the time, it's a team game, and when good things happen to you and your team, then good things happen to the individuals.
Well, there were some other upsets around the Ohio Valley Conference as we check out the OVC scoreboard brought to you by the OVC Digital Network. And you see some teams that are starting to come around, and some who thought they were pretty good bite the dust. Southeast Missouri brought back down to earth for the second week in a row. Eastern Illinois, 52-13. That's at Cape Girardeau. Then UT Martin goes into Nashville and beats TSU 21-16. And perhaps the most shocking game of the day, Austin Peay upsets Murray State 20-13. Coach, are we seeing that right?
It's that was a weird day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There were a lot of issues. The glaring one in that to me though was EIU. EIU's very, very good.
Yeah.
And they've been like us. They played a
We
brutal
thought Southeast
schedule.
Missouri was going to be the surprise team. Now, like I said, they've been brought back down to earth, 2 straight losses.
Bit,
And now the team that Tennessee Tech plays this week, Jacksonville State, still undefeated in the conference, 3-0, 5-1. EKU drops to 3-1. There's Eastern Illinois creeping back up at 2-1. Then SEMO, Tennessee Tech at 2-2, still with an outside shot. You got Martin, Austin Peay, and TSU and Murray State down at the bottom.
I know. It's
What's happened to TSU?
I don't know. It's the league.
Yeah.
I said it going in. I said that I'll be surprised if somebody goes undefeated. And we've knocked off one of the undefeateds, and now we get to play the second undefeated back-to-back here. And Jacksonville State now is the only one that can go undefeated. I do think right now they're the best team in the league after playing Eastern. But I'm going to tell you, there's some people close to Jacksonville State too. There's some the two Easterns are very, very good.
Yep, and we'll talk more about Jacksonville State in just a little bit. Plus, we've got our mic'd up, where have they landed, and our Golden Eagle profile coming up. Stay with us. There's more Watson Brown Show. Don't go away.
Tennessee Tech tickets available at 931-372-3940 or ttusports.com.
Welcome back to the Watson Brown Show. You know, it's a daunting task kicking field goals with the game on the line, but our Golden Eagle player profile this week thrives on it. Let's hear what John Arnold has to say in this segment, brought to you this week by Zaxby's.
My name is John Arnold, and I'm a kicker from Nashville, Tennessee. Well, I started playing football in middle school, 6th grade year. The head football coach of the team came out, and I was actually a soccer player all my life. I was raised that way. And finally convinced me and came out and played, and have been playing ever since. I didn't really know exactly when, but it was about halfway through senior year, and I just kind of had that determination, I guess, and will to play, and went to the next level, I guess, luckily. I actually have a different story because I started out at a different university and had to transfer back in state, and had a buddy that actually already went here, and he sold the school to me, and I visited and loved it and came here and have been loving it ever since. I would actually have to say my inspiration has been probably my parents and my family, and just they instilled the hard work and determination and will to put that work in, and just all my family members have done the same way as well. I'd probably say first off that I'm a goofy kid sometimes, and but hopefully they would say that I'm pretty much a guy that they could go to if they ever needed a pick-me-up, and hopefully I could cheer them up on the sidelines and try and crack a laugh every time. I take a pretty relaxed approach to everything, and I try and have a lighthearted attitude, and but in the moment I try and stay focused and have a goal to accomplish. After the Tennessee State game, when I missed the late field goal to tie it up, I was pretty bummed and you know, almost to tears, and got back to the field, and my coach kind of gave me some good words of wisdom, and came back at Murray and was able to make the kicks that I needed to make, and you know, that miss gave me that confidence that I needed, and kind of gave me that, like, get it out of the way almost sort of feeling that I needed to get better as a kicker and grow up.
Coach, I think you can see him growing up each game, each week. You know, we saw him miss a crucial one at TSU, then come back and made a couple of nice ones against Murray State. And I really believe he likes that pressure, and he's going to thrive on that.
I think he's going to be very good here. The thing I was the most proud of is what you just went over, is the big miss at TSU.
Yeah.
And then to come back one game later, have the same exact kick to do the same in the same situation.
Yeah.
And turn around and make the kick.
Well, being a director of athletic performance is a very important job at TTU. Casey Kramer holds that position, and we have him mic'd up. Let's take a look.
Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go lunges, go. Alternating legs. Right and left, alternate back and forth. Get that blood flowing. Work those legs. Good. Relax, line up on these quick foot ladders. Spread yourselves out. Spread yourselves out. Line them up, skate guys. Go on. 2 feet each hole. Let's go. Fast with those feet. Been a while. Move those feet quick. Get through quick. Now sit up. Stay together. Get them done. Sit ups. Here we go. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Stay flat. Keep your abs tight. Keep those abs tight. Come up to your hands. Up to your hands. Hey, you're going to start out. You got the shoulder work. You're going to go through that on your own with the 5-pound weights. Okay, look at me. Pay attention. Make sure you're paying attention. H rotations, 10. Okay, H rotations for 10. Going to empty the cup. Okay, coming up, thumbs down for 10. Front raise with the T. Okay, you're going front raise with the T. Going through those. I want you to box jump. Okay, 4 sets of 5. And then when you try to squat, you can do squat. Yeah, squat. You can do single arm kettlebell swings. Go, move those hips. Fast with those hips on that kettlebell swing. Snap those hips forward. Hinge back and snap. Let's go, speed on that bar. Move that bar fast on those hand cleans. Fast bar speed, lightweight. Move it fast, keep it light, move it fast. Let's go. Good tempo on the lift. Just sit back right here. Put your butt back. Butt back. Don't set the bar on your knees. Butt back, and now snap your hips forward. There you go. Better. Let's go, let's go. Work pace. Work pace a little bit here too. Work that pace a little bit. Good, stay tight. Hit that depth, stand up. There you go, better boy.
Boy, I feel like I got to work out just watching that.
No, I'll do a lot of watching. I will not do one of Coach Kramer's workouts.
Yeah. Yeah. He looks like he knows what he's doing.
He's you know, Coach, we're very proud of Coach Pugh, and he took our first wave of kids here at Tech and got us a championship. And Casey now's got our second group coming through the doors, and he's got them young now, and we'll see if we'll put it on him.
Yeah.
To see if he gets us another championship around here.
How important is the weight training?
Oh, it's huge. The strength coaches around these players more than we are.
Yeah.
If you really did the time spent with him and the time spent with us, players spend more time with a strength coach than anybody.
Well, it's time now to visit with former Golden Eagle Jim Dorsey, who is now athletic director at a high school in Georgia, as we roll into our Where Have They Landed segment, brought to you by the Golden Eagle Sports Network.
My name's Jim Dorsey. I was at Tennessee Tech from 1971 to 1974, and I played center during my time there. I'm from Tampa, Florida, and played football at a high school there called Brandon High School, and actually left Brandon and went to a little school called Parsons College, located in Iowa, and that's a long trip from Tampa, Florida. And you know, one of the unique things about that, Mike Hennigan, who was a former player and head football coach there, was at that same college, and they dropped football my very first semester there. So Mike and myself were the only two guys that went to Tennessee Tech from that. We both transferred there, and that's kind of what brought us to Tennessee Tech. But, you know, it was a unique collection of people that just seemed like we were all meant to be there at the same time. And I think what was important is we all became really friends, in the sense that we were friends and teammates maybe second. And anytime you get that kind of cohesiveness within a team, it's usually a big ingredient in the recipe for success. So we came from all different walks of life and a lot of different places, but we all just seemed to kind of mesh together and got on the same page, and that made it fun. And I think I always wanted to be a coach. My dad died when I was in the 6th grade, and really looking back in my life, my high school football coach has a lot to do with the success that I've been able to have. I mean, he kind of took me under his wing in a time when I had no male father figure. I mean, my mom, there was 5 kids in my family. I was the youngest, and all the rest of them were girls. And so, you know, I often look back and wonder why that guy took such an interest in me. But I know that if he didn't, and as I started getting older, I really realized what kind of influence he had. So I think he had a lot to do with motivating me to become a coach. So maybe I could pay him back in some way, helping another kid along the way. And I just always wanted to be a high school football coach. So I majored in PE, and I set my sights on doing that. I stayed at Tech as a graduate assistant for a couple of years and kind of toyed with the idea about maybe trying to go into the collegiate level of coaching, but I always felt like I was more suited for the high school. So, you know, I was fortunate and have been a successful high school football coach for a long time, and now as an AD, and I think those principles that I learned from my high school coach and my college coach are a big part of the foundation of that. Well, I'm at a high school in Cobb County, Georgia, which is right outside of Atlanta, northwest Atlanta, the Marietta area, and it's called McEachern High School. And I was the head football coach here 24 years, which is kind of unheard of to be at one place that long. And I retired from teaching and coaching, and then I've stayed on as the athletic director as a kind of a part-time basis, and also working for our foundation here for the last 6 or 7 years. So I've been in education from start to finish now over 40 years, and I've enjoyed every minute of it, and I've thoroughly enjoyed being at this school. It's kind of a unique school, and I figured out when I first was able to get here as the coach many years ago that this place was pretty special, and I didn't want to mess that up. So I've tried real hard not to do that, and it's been a great place to raise my family. Both my kids went to school here, and you know, like I said, my wife and I have lived here ever since we left Tennessee Tech. This has been our home here in Cobb County. My name is Jim Dorsey, and that's where I landed.
And Coach, I always get Jim mixed up with his son Andy, because his son Andy punted. We watched him play, but not bad football down in Cobb County, Georgia.
I know. Yeah, so that's very good. The competition down there, Jim did a great job for a long time, and it's neat to be in coaching and compare him to me. And I've been at 13 different places, and he stayed at the same place all those years. And
pretty nice high school too.
Very, very nice, and he did a great job with it. But that's 2 pretty good guys to get coming from a small college to transfer to Tennessee Tech, getting Jim and Mike Hennigan. That's a pretty good pair.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, there's still more to come on the Watson Brown Show. We've got Twitter questions for Coach, plus we're going to talk about this week's opponent, Jacksonville State. Stay with us.
Tennessee Tech tickets available at 931-372-3940 or ttusports.com.
Welcome back to the Watson Brown Show, presented by IWC Cash and Carry. And Coach, it's a lot more fun after a win, isn't it?
It sure is.
Yeah, it tapes a lot better. If you have a question for Coach Brown, you can tweet it at TTU Golden Eagles. We have some questions for you, Coach, as always, as we move into this segment sponsored by the Golden Eagles Sports Network. Coach, our first Twitter question is from Patrick F. Kevin, and he wants to know, where does this weekend's upset rank in games that you have coached in?
We've had 2 of them here that were big like that. This game kind of was like the Jacksonville State game a couple of years ago.
Very similar.
The interesting thing, that was the year before we won it, and it kind of led us, all the players were back, and this is a young team. It really hit about the same time as we taught first wave, second wave of kids.
Right.
It's really hitting about the same time that hit with the first wave of kids.
Our second Twitter question is from Bob Mead. He wants to know, how crucial has it been having Marty Jones as a leader on this roster for the past 5 years? Bob, you got your math wrong. He's been here 6 years.
6 years. And very disappointed in Marty's early time. Of course, every time he'd get ready to be a really good player here, he got hurt, and we lost him 2 years in a row. Austin Talent took over for him 1 year and had a great year.
Yeah.
But since Marty's been back, he has been one of our best leaders, and all OVC football player last year.
Yeah, 4 interceptions against EKU. Well, it's time now to talk about this week's opponent, and that is the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State. The Golden Eagles will kick off with Jacksonville State on Saturday at 3 p.m. Coach, in a place that's always tough to play.
It's very tough to play. Last time we were there, we won. So that's the year that we won the championship. Last time we went to Jacksonville, and we beat them down there in a very close game. So at least we've tasted it before, but they're very good. This is our 5th nationally ranked opponent out of 8 games that we've played, and 4 of the 5 on the road. And so we've got to get ready to play. And we have not played well on the road yet, in my personal opinion, in any game. And we lost a close one at Martin. We lost a close one to TSU when they were ranked. It's a familiar look there. That's Van Leer taking off on them last year. So unless we just got to play better on the road right now. We're 3-0 at home, but we've not played well on the road yet.
What about this Jacksonville State team? What do you see that are their strengths?
Oh, everything. Quarterback is a really athletic one. We saw we had trouble with that last week when we played Eastern Kentucky. 3 really good running backs that would play for most teams in the country, and maybe a couple of draft choices on their defense, the defensive front. This is the best defensive line we've played in. My gracious, have we played some good ones this year, but this will be the best line we've played so far.
Coach, we certainly wish you the best of luck, and congratulations on a good win, and let's see if we can repeat it at Jacksonville State.
It would be nice to do it again, wouldn't it?
All right. For head coach Watson Brown, I'm Buddy Pearson. We'll see you next week on the Watson Brown Show.
The Watson Brown Show has been brought to you by IWC Cash and Carry, Wendy's Breakfast of Cookeville, Zaxby's, Pepsi, and Miller Lite.
With quality brand name products at affordable wholesale prices, Cash and Carry is the perfect place to shop. Whether shopping for individual, business, churches, or more, Cash and Carry is sure to meet your needs. Cash and Carry of Cookeville, 931-528-8050.